rolling. Hello, welcome back to the channel for a very quick vlog on one of the most instantly amusing bikes I've ridden in a very long time. It's the new BMW R1250 RT. I've never ridden an RT. They're the big full dress tourer things that the British police like to use, and well, Richard Hammond used to do, I think, a 200-mile a day commute to our office when we were in Chiswick in London, and he lives basically in Wales. I've never ridden one, as I said. It's hilarious. It's like being on a two-wheeled car and having to look down there for the mirrors, which are massive and hugely stable. I've got the widest screen ever put on a motorbike. I've connected my phone to it, but not properly, so I'll faff about with that while I've got the bike. Obviously, I've only just picked this up from BMW. I've got, I think, 4 or 5 stage heated seats and heated grips, and yeah, radar cruise control. So I could be in my car. To be honest, this is actually more comfortable than my mini long-term test car that I've got. This is, what a wonderful way to travel. Oh, occasionally I just like to borrow motorbikes that I've never ridden and never had any interest in, because, you know, variety is the spice of life, and every time I try something that I've never been interested in before, well, nearly every time, I'm pleasantly surprised, whether that's the electric Harley Davidson or what else, the GS. I fucking love a GS now. Yeah, so I'm just trying things basically, and this is already brilliant. It's really fast. It's got the shift cam engine in it, the electric screen, which is absolutely massive, but has proven that no bike with a screen is tall enough to clear my head. I'm still getting wind blast just at the top of my helmet. If I lower it, it's much worse. I don't know if you can hear me. And it goes around corners incredibly well. I just did a little power wheelie up a slip road without meaning to. This is what I mean. You can't judge a bike by the way it looks. You look at this in this kind of slightly beigey green metallic paintwork and think, granddad bike. And I do feel a bit like my dad, actually. He had a K1600, the 6-cylinder tourer that BMW did, and I never really liked it other than the engine. This feels like a sharper, slightly lighter, definitely more high-tech version of that. But yeah, I'll be living with this for a couple of weeks. Oh, radar cruise, what are you doing? Oh, it slowed me down, even though the car had left the road. I think the Ducati system on the Multistrada V4, I didn't have any problems with that, but you know, whatever. I've got 2 massive panniers on. I don't know if you can see down there, which you can lock using this. There's a new physical button for the heated grips that I found yet. You have to go through the menus. I've got a power socket for, you know, my cigar lighter. Favourite buttons, which I've not worked out how to do anything with. There's keys here, so I presume there's lockable cubbies. Right, it's going to take me, I think, at least a week to find everything on this bike. There's so much of it physically, and it's got so many features, and you can stand up on it. Yeah, if I was going to ride to the south of France, I'd quite like one of these. I've only been on it 20 minutes to find that out. Yeah, turns in really light. Look, whee! I mean, that's not a particularly thorough journalistic test, is it? So yeah, I've got this for a couple of weeks, if I can find room to park it anywhere. And I'll do a full review in a couple of weeks. I keep doing these first impressions videos, and just, you know, to give you my first impressions, because I think it's interesting. But every time I do it, I get some grumpy old bastard in the comments saying, "Oh, what a load of pointless waffle, tell me about the bike, I'm not interested in what you had for lunch." Look, it's not a review, it's a first impressions thing, vlog. I'm not just going to sit here and read out some facts on a first ride. I want to do something a bit more interesting than that. Have I gone the wrong way? No, I haven't gone the wrong way. See, that's what happens when I don't pay attention. Oh, I've got a quick shifter, blipper. Oh, what a way to travel. This is very much the luxury cruise liner of motorbikes. Not the Titanic, that would be an unfair comparison. Nor one of the ones that the Germans sunk in the war. But yes, hope you're all well. Thank you for watching all my stuff. Thank you for watching my car stuff if you've been watching that. Done some quite interesting things lately. I guess by the time I put this video up, I would have been allowed to post my Bentley Baccarat video. Bobby Baccarat from The Sopranos. That's his signature edition car. That's a lie. It's a £1.5 million Bentley that I drove on a racetrack. Shall I talk about the thing that I've been thinking about talking about? There's a car influencer who's a really sweet, nice guy called Supercars of London, Paul Wallace, and he is getting in. That's a really limited edition Type R. Sorry, there's only 30 of those in the UK. He's getting into bikes, which is good because I love it when car people get into bikes. We need more people doing bikes to make sure biking stays alive and profitable for businesses for years to come. So all power to him. He bought a Ducati Hypermotard 950 RVE. What an exquisite bike, Hypermotard 950. He bought one of those in December. He's done a video on it. I think he's only just passed his test. And you know, you kind of all go through that phase, don't you, when you just pass your test and you're young and you're a bit excited. I was the same thing, and then you're brought down to reality by the crushing insurance costs in the UK. So Paul, yeah, he bought a Ducati Diavel, the Lamborghini version, whatever it's called. It's meant to look like the Lamborghini Shan. And he had it delivered and then did an insurance quote, and it was £13,000 because he's young-ish. Hasn't had his licence for very long, and he lives in London. So, yeah. It's such a shit state of affairs, the fact that insurance is still crippling in London because of all the bike thefts. I thought it'd been sorted out by now, but yeah, unfortunately I don't think Paul's going to be able to ride that for a couple of years. I think he's keeping it, but go and check him out. Loads of people have been giving him shit and hate for not checking the insurance before he bought it, but you know, we're all human. You go into a Ducati dealer, you develop a massive erection for the motorbike that's in front of you. So yeah, go and check him out. Jesus, this thing's fucking fast. Oh, what's this? This new gold ring. Oh, yes. Love it. Oh, purple Targa. Oh, they've got a purple steering wheel cover. I'm not sure you're allowed to have a 997.2 911 in purple with a purple steering wheel cover. Like one of those fat ones that you get from Robert Dias. Or whatever Woolies is these days. Yeah, no, that's against the rules, I think. But anyway, yes, go and check out Paul Wallace and give him some sympathy for buying a motorbike that he can't insure. We don't need the internet comments to be full of twats. I'm sure he's not particularly happy that he bought a motorbike he can't insure either. I think Baron von Grumble's been helping him choose bikes as well and plugging Motorline. So yeah, the car world and the bike world, they can exist in harmony. Oh, Mark 8 Golf GTI. Underwhelming car. I mean, sure, the R is so much better. Right, can I get through here without twatting anyone with my panniers? Yes, just about. They're so wide. When I picked up the bike from BMW, I'm like, oh, do I have to take the panniers? Because this isn't going to fit anywhere outside my house. God, what load of waffle. This is Guildford, everyone. Lovely Guildford, home to the best guitar shop in the world, Anderton's Music. It's a really nice guitar shop, but more importantly, it's a bloody brilliant YouTube channel. Even if you've only got passing interest in guitars, check out Anderton's, because they've got a good bunch of characters and they just play nice guitars that I can't afford. And it's all an advert for their shop, really, but it's very, very watchable. And I probably buy one guitar every 10 years because I can't play them very well, but it's one of those things. I can't afford motorbikes, but I like to watch motorbike videos. So go and check them out. They're based here in Guildford. One day I will have a lovely relict custom shop Telecaster and I'll be happy. And I'll still be playing Bar Black Sheep for my daughter on it and noodling around. I want to take this on a tour. I have to say, this engine sounds different in this to the GS. When you're accelerating hard, it's almost got a multi-cylinder whistle and a whine, like a 4-cylinder. Yeah, that's probably... Yeah. He'll hold control. Jesus Jesus Christ, it's fast. I've just come off an air-cooled R9T, and this is, yeah, worlds away. Worlds away. That's what I mean about this engine. I think the motorbike video I've done that's got the most stick in the past 6 months has been my BMW S1000 XR review, and basically I didn't like the bike. I didn't think the engine suited the chassis, and that engine in my mind in the S1000 Singular had loads of mid-range wallop, which was just all missing on the XR. I don't know if it's the extra weight of the bike or whatnot, but yeah, I basically got loads of BMW S1000 XR owners disagreeing with my opinion and being a bit shitty about it, frankly. It's like, we've all got opinions. I'm just reporting on what I'm feeling on motorbikes. I've ridden loads of them. It's kind of my job. If you don't agree with me, that's alright. But yeah, what was I saying? Yes. The nub of the S1000 XR thing is I think the GS is now so fast that it's pretty close to XR territory, and it's more comfortable, and it's got more character, longer fuel range, and it's not much more expensive, so I'd just get a GS. I would just get a GS. Oh, that Boxster Spider. Make some noise. Thank you. He had yellow brake calipers. I wonder if he had the calm strap option. I can't talk. I told you this would be a waffly vlog. There's going to be an angry man under this video saying, tell me more about the RT. I've only just got on it. Goodness. What's the fuel range? What's the fuel economy? I'll tell you, but the traffic lights will change while I'm doing the menus. I'm 2 bars off a full tank, and I've got 210 miles, and I've averaged 51.3 mpg. There we go. The only annoying thing about this bike so far is that the mirrors are so low, I have to do that to check my GoPro's on. Come on, people. With the mirrors down there, I do find myself doing more shoulder checks than usual. I've just spent a week with an Audi e-tron, which is an electric Audi SUV, which doesn't have normal mirrors. It's got cameras on sticks on the doors, and they play back a live feed to a little screen inside the door. And it's just, I like technology. I don't want to sound like a Luddite, but I see why they've done it to reduce the coefficient of drag for an electric car, blah blah blah, but it's a 2.5 ton car anyway, so they're kind of screwed. But it's just really hard to judge when you're reversing down a twisty road what you're going to hit and all the rest of it, because, well, it's a screen, it's not an actual mirror, and you get used to looking down there at the door rather than where a mirror should be. So yeah, I feel like a bit of a Luddite saying that, but mirrors, there's nothing wrong with proper mirrors. I hope motorbikes don't start doing that. I know there's been those helmets with a bit where you can look up and see behind you. Just leave it be, I think. Just do shoulder checks. Did you hear that? Like that whistle when I was accelerating? I'll do it again into national speed limit in a minute. Hopefully you can hear. It's just like, it's almost a Triumph-y whistle. Is it from the balancer gear, balancer shaft, whatever it is on the Triumph? I should know, but I can't remember. Okay, let's see if I can get you to hear this sound. Come up to a national speed limit, 30 to 60, let's go. That's quite exciting. Oh dear, what a silly bike, I like it. It's like a Range Rover Sport SVR. That Micra is on it! Ah, I need to turn the heated grips off. I've got to go all the way through the menus. There we go, it's just a bit of a whistle, you probably can't hear it. Oh, the brakes are good as well. They're linked on this, so when you use the back brake, you feel the front brake lever go in a bit when you activate the hill hold control. Right, anyway, that's probably enough bollocks on this. I'll do a proper review in a week or two, and until then, enjoy the scenery, enjoy life, enjoy motorbikes, get out there, get them taxed, serviced, MOT'd, blah blah blah. and I'll see you very soon for more BMW R1250 RT action. Goodbye.